Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of Nasty Addiction Garage. So in today's episode, what we're going to try to do is we're going to try to focus on Jose's car today. What we're going to be doing is we're going to try to actually just start pulling off all the wiring off the motor, off the 5S that's in there right now, just so then we can have a head start. So then we could send that wiring out to WireGap, not worry about it once the 3S GTE comes in, and try to just get that moving so then we can get that project on the road. So I got a good thing because I got a good place. that thing is gonna get painted so nice, so nice. If you guys remember my 91 back a few years ago, that's going that same color, guys. So you guys have to stay tuned and watch this because this is going to be so serious. So enough talking. Let's just jump into that engine bay and let's just get in it while we have some sunlight, just because it's around maybe like 4 o'clock now, Chicago time. So what we're going to be doing is just jumping into there. Let's start unplugging things. Let's do as much as we can while we still have daylight, guys. So let's let that be the first thing on Jose's car, is pulling this wire harness or unplugging it at least. So guys, let's just jump into it and let's go. Before I jump into Jose's car, I do want to give you guys a kind of like what's going on George's car. You guys are probably like, what the hell is going on with George's car? You know, and we haven't had like a you know, rev check or anything like that with the new exhaust system and stuff like that. And yes, there is a reason for that. And let me take you guys into a real quick synopsis of what's going on. So what you guys see is the motor is back down. Big problem, right? So I did turn the car on for a couple times, actually. I like 10 times maybe. The car turned on well. Everything did fine. Didn't rev anywhere past 4,000 RPM. I don't know exactly what happened, but the belt looked like it's frayed. So I don't know if this is something that happens or what, but this is what happened. And it looked like this got caught in here. Everything is moving freely, so I'm hoping that, you know, everything is still okay. The motor didn't want to turn on when all this was on, and I seen why, because this like fabric. I think I got some up here. No, I don't. I had it aside, but it's this weird. This is a new belt, guys. This is a new Toyota belt, and I'm not sure why that did that, but everything was on timing, and I think it jumped timing, so I put everything kind of back to the positions. So then now when I get the new belt, I'm going to try to put everything back just the way I had it and make sure it works well. But I don't know exactly what happened, and that's the scary part, just because I built this motor, and like it makes me, it kind of gives me like I don't know, like a weird OCD with timing belts now. Like I don't know exactly. There's no, I mean, I can't figure it out right now. Maybe I will soon, but I mean, everything was kind of placed. I checked to see if this was, you know, crooked or bent or anything like that, and it's not. So I don't know. So I'm getting a new timing belt. Maybe it was a defective timing belt. I don't know. But I could only hope that everything is okay. Like I said, you know, oil pump seems like it's moving freely, and so does the water pump too. So I mean, I'm hoping everything is okay. The car didn't stay on long enough to probably ruin anything, to be honest. And when it was on, it was running very well, like idling good. Everything is reading well. So just kind of an update on this, guys. I'll be getting the belt in tomorrow or the next day. So this is going to be back together real soon, so we could get that update that you guys really need with George's car. And George, being the awesome individual that he is, like, he is probably the best client somebody could have had, you know, for a project like this. And I have told him thousands of times, you know, my apologies, but this was way out of my control, and I don't know exactly what happened. And I built that motor. And I built it to spec. So, you know, that's not my first one. So it's weird that happened. But anyways, like I told George, nothing of this is going to come out of his pocket. None of this at all. All this is my doing, because I'm the one who put this motor together. So I'm taking full responsibility for that. And, you know, I just asked him for more time. So that's kind of what we're doing with that. But enough of this, guys. So let's just jump back into Jose's car. Let's go. What we're going to be doing today, guys, is jumping into this. Oh, yeah, into this hot mess of a 5S. Ooh, I like that. Hot mess of a 5S. That's probably what I'm going to title this video, the hot mess of a 5S. So we don't have very much actually to do, guys. Like, we're gonna delete power steering. We're gonna remove all these things. Everything. We're just gonna put everything that we can on the center of the motor, and we're gonna make sure it stays there until we pull the motor out completely, because eventually I'm gonna have to pull the 5S engine harness and send it out to Doug. So guys, enough talking, let's just jump into this episode. It's going to be a lot of time lapsing just because I have to do a lot of stuff. Like, I have to do a lot of stuff, and I want to make sure I stay on top of this. I want this build to go a lot shorter than George's did, even though George did have a lot more work done to his MR2 just because we did the manual the automatic to manual swap, so that doesn't count. But you know, I like to keep things streamlined. I don't like people waiting for their cars for too long, and I feel like this has been too long for me. And George has just been really nice, so I want to make sure that he gets his car, and I want to make sure that when we start this one is going to be on the same note. I want it streamlined. I want everything to come out well, and I'm treating it as if it was my car. So I really want to make sure that everything comes out well for this. So guys, let's just jump into it, and let's get into this 5S. All right, everybody, thanks to movie magic and the speed of time lapse, I kind of showed you guys exactly what I do to remove everything inside this engine base. So and when I meant remove everything, I meant everything that's attached to the motor, right? Like, I don't want you guys to think that I meant everything, just because, you know, we're gonna do all that in steps, right? Like, we need to take off things individually. Like that vent we got to take off. I got to get that powder coated. It's just it's a lot of different things. So guys, like, this is kind of where we're at. Like, this was pretty cool. All we have really left is the actual shifter cables and the clutch line, that and the motor mounts. Other than that, we're good. The exhaust is going to come out together with the motor. I'm going to do it from the strut towers, so that'll be all in one shot. I think I'm going to do it out here. The weather's supposed to be okay in the next couple days for Chicago, so I might just do that out here, just because the weather's going to be good, and obviously I'm tied up in here with my car and George's car, but this would be really good just to at least get the motor out. And what I want to do is then go ahead and put the subframe back on, just so then this could be a rolling shell, because remember, guys, we are going to do paint on this, so that's going to be the number one thing I think I'm going to do first is paint. But that gives me the opportunity to get the car painted, and while the car's getting painted, then it gives me the opportunity to build a motor once I have this motor out and it's a rolling shell, because then I could just ship the car out, go get painted, I'll build the motor. Once the motor comes back, then we start jamming, guys. But this is kind of what we're doing on today's episode. For the most part, we got everything off that we needed to. You can see all around the motor. That was relatively quick. I'd say it's under an hour. This was all done, guys, and this is speed, right? Like, I think an hour and 10 minutes reality, right? Like, I did speed up everything, but maybe an hour and a half, maybe. I don't know. I really don't time myself with these things. I just jam. I put on some music and get into it. So guys, kind of this is where we're at. We got motor mounts, a clutch line, and some shifter cables to remove, and this thing comes down. So in the next episode, that's probably what we're going to be doing, guys. So until next time, guys, take care of each other. Like, share, subscribe. Remember, check out nastyaddictiongarage.llc.com. We have cool shirts like this one right here that I am completely wearing. This shirt is super soft, bro. It feels great. So guys, make sure you go check it out. Okay, until next time, peace.